Hi guys, it's me Kitty on a Leash here with a manga review, and today we have Idle Dreams, Volume 1. This is story and art by Arina Tanemura, and it's really cool because this artist has worked on a lot of classic like shoujo mangas. Anyway, so we have here Idle Dreams, Volume 1, the manga. What is Idle Dreams? So Idle Dreams is a really interesting shoujo manga. Um, let's go ahead and take a look at the description on the back. At age 31, office worker Chikage Deguchi feels she missed her chances at love and success. When word gets out that she's a virgin, Chikage is humiliated and wishes she could return to the time when she was still young and popular. She takes an experimental drug that changes her appearance back to when she was 15. Now Chikage is determined to pursue everything that she's missed out on all those years, including becoming a star. This is produced by Shoujo Beat and is definitely a shoujo manga. It's rated T for teen. So anyway, what is this story all about? Here we have our main character. Her name is Chikage, and she is 31 years old, and she is at a point where her life is just not doing a whole lot. She doesn't have a man. She doesn't really take pride in the way she looks. She's very plain Jane. She goes to work and doesn't have much of a social life and doesn't have many friends, and she looks at everyone else that's just kind of passing her by. She's got like the super young hot coworker that all the other guys like to talk to and everything, and she's just kind of like fades into the background. And at this point in her life, she's just looking at everything and she is not where she wants to be. This is not the life she wants to be living. She really regrets the whole thing. So she kind of reminisces on how she was when she was 15. She was hot. Like, all the guys liked her. She was like head of the class, and she was just living the life. Like, she wanted to become an idol at that age, but never actually went on to pursue her dreams. So that leaves us with a 31-year-old Chikage that just feels like she has lost her femininity and just everything that made her an interesting person in the world. And now she's just living, you know? So Chikage then gets all dressed up to go to a class reunion. I want to say it's like a 15-year class reunion or something like that. So she goes to this class reunion and she's a little nervous but yet excited to meet her, not really crush, but this guy that really liked her. His name was Hairu, and Hairu really liked her. On the last day of graduation, he offered to give her his second pin, which is like a super cutesy thing that guys do when they're really into you in middle school, apparently. I don't know. Well, not his second pin, but a second button off of his uniform. And she was just like, no, it's okay. She had like no interest in boys when she was 15, but all the guys really liked her. So anyway, she goes to this reunion and she's really nervous to see Hairu, but she's kind of hoping that maybe she'll meet him and things will change and he'll come into her life and everything will be cool again. But total opposite happens. One of her nosy ass, one of her nosy as heck old school classmates comes up to her and is like, "Hey girl, what's going on?" So I guess they start talking, and this girl finds out that Chikage is 31 and a virgin. And she blurts this out to everybody, like in front of the whole class. She's just like, "You're 31 and a virgin?" So embarrassing. So she's mortified. She runs home. She books it. Also at the reunion, she runs into an old friend called Tokita, and he's cool. But anyway, so after that, she drinks herself into a hangover for the next day, and she goes to work and her boss is a jerk and she just wants to be done. Like, this is the typical shoujo, and I really like this story because I feel like I can kind of relate to her. Like, I'm not quite 31, I'm 27, and of course, like, certain things aren't really things that have happened to me, like, but I'm at a point where I'm like, okay, you know what? I should be married now. I should have, maybe a kid. I should have like a house and everything. At least that's how I feel in my mind. And it sucks because you always want these things and you kind of wonder, like, what would life be if I just went back and kind of did everything over again? So, anyway, she's done. She's going to kill herself. She's walking out into the ocean, and all of a sudden, Tokita, the guy that was like her friend that she randomly ran into at the class reunion, stops her. And also earlier that day, she ran into, well, she happened to see Hairu, the guy that she was like really excited to see, with the girl who was like super noisy and like called her out in front of all the classmates. So they are a couple. And it's just like, put salt in wound. With all of that happening, she just wants it to stop. And he saves her from offing herself. So Takita takes her back to his place. He's like, you've had a rough day. Just calm down. You need to really think about what you're doing. And she's just done. Like, she doesn't care. She wanted to kill herself a couple minutes earlier. And he says, hey, wait. I've got something for you. It's an experimental drug. It'll take you back to when you're 15 years old. And she's just like, okay, give it to me. I don't care anymore about my life. So anyway, to make a long story short, she takes this experimental pill and it literally reverts her back to a 15-year-old girl, her 15-year-old self. And this is where the story does get pretty interesting. So while she's 15, she wants to become an idol. And she wants to just be like a super cool girl who gets to live this super fancy lifestyle, all of what she did not do when she was 15. So just kind of like cutting through everything. That's kind of the premise of this whole manga. It's a good story. It's fun. It's lighthearted. It was really a little sad at the beginning, but this moves so quickly. Like, this manga, it really throws you into the thick of things. Like, right away, as you can see, like she quickly goes to that reunion and everything, meets the guy Hairu, and then it's just everything moves so quickly in this manga, but it's really good. It moves at a really good fast pace. So then when she takes a pill and she becomes 15, let me show you. She's just like super adorable. And of course, it's a shoujo. It's gonna be really like magical in ways. But she turns 15. She runs into, like, she's on the street. She runs into like this modeling agency. They're like, we want you to be in this commercial with like the super hottest teen boy idol like right now. So it's just, it kind of takes that turn into like, okay, yeah, this is all the seriousness is gone in the series, and it's just like, it's kind of cutesy. But the effect of being turned 15 only lasts for about 5 to 6 hours. So when that time is up, she reverts back to her adult 31-year-old womanly self. So all in all, this manga, it's kind of interesting. I'd like to maybe read the next volume to kind of see where things are going, because I feel like once she turned 15, the story kind of started to lose me a little bit. I mean, I know that's like the whole premise of this story is that she wants to become an idol, but I don't know. I was kind of actually really interested in 31-year-old Chikage's life and seeing where she was going to go with it. So I don't know. I'd be interested to see how long she can keep up this lie, because when she's 15, she's dealing with this young kid who's like the male idol of like whatever, and she does other things with other like younger idol groups and stuff, and it's like, they're gonna find out that you're 31 one day, because it's not permanent. And I'm kind of like waiting for that moment where she has to like revert and explain herself to everyone. I can't wait for that. I love it, because technically she's living a lie. She is living a lie right now, but she's living on her dreams. So I don't know. I'm kind of interested to see where this is gonna go, but I'm not running out to the store to buy the next one anytime soon. All in all, I'd give this manga a C, just because I don't know. I feel like the premise was interesting at first, but then it just kind of like died down a little bit for me. Um, if you really like cutesy mangas, this is a pretty cutesy one, but it's not over the top. It's pretty relatable when she is like in her adult form, but when she turns 15 again, it's like it does get super cutesy. And it's not to say that she doesn't have her issues when she is 15 again, because she definitely does. She has to keep up. And mind you, this girl, Chikage, does not have any real skills. She is not a singer. She's not a dancer. She's not an actor. But she has to like force herself to like become what they are looking for. So yeah, all in all, Idle Dreams was just an okay manga. Maybe I'll check out the second one. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And that'll be it for me. Bye!